59.
Do not commit suicide! Do not commit suicide! Just be you! Just be you! Just be you! Stop thinking I gotta have this so they can like me. Better days to come!
Well, guys, it's finally happening. For the longest time, I've tried really hard to align myself with the progressive side of YouTube, you know, stay away from the boomers and the boomettes. But recently, with all the shit that's going on the internet, I can kind of feel myself turning into a cranky old man. The internet is poisoning me. Guys, my beliefs are beginning to change. For a very long time, I really tried to not be that guy. And by that guy, I mean that guy that everybody knows one of. The guy who hits you with the Reddit stare when you tell him you have TikTok. The guy who looks at you like you just admitted to murdering his family when you tell him you have Facebook. Just that guy who refuses to allow anybody to think that social media is fun. However, I can feel the boomer taking over me because things are kind of getting shitty out here, guys. I feel like we've reached a point with online content creation where nothing is really surprising anymore, and it leads to people doing things without a second thought. Because we've seen it all. The internet has become so big, it's become so expansive that there is literally nothing these days that you cannot Google and find. You can watch whatever you want, you can see whatever you want, and I think to a lot of people that translates to them thinking that if I don't do something at least somewhat out of the ordinary, something a little wacky, something a little eye-catching, nobody's ever going to give my content a second glance, which leads to people like this. See the Truth, a self-proclaimed TikTok motivational coach who honestly just seems like one of the most insufferable people on the planet to be around. But I think his content, which is kind of a word I don't really want to use in this situation, but for lack of a better term, I think it really demonstrates what I'm talking about. This guy will walk through a Walmart or walk through some sort of store, pour milk and cereal all over his head, and scream some stupid shit at the camera, and you can tell that everybody around him is hardly even surprised. And unfortunately, that's just where we are these days. Basically anything that's not like a seriously heinous crime no longer shocks anybody when somebody does it, because the immediate thought is, oh, they're doing that for TikTok. However, that being the state of our world, it doesn't make these TikToks any less pathetic, nor any less irritating. So, you guys know how it goes at this point. If I had to see it, you do too. Are you ready to be motivated? I sure hope so. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Just be you! Just be you! Just be you! Stop thinking I gotta have this so they can like me. Stop thinking I gotta be like them so they can like me. Just be you! Being you is more important than what she say. Being you is more important than what he say. Just be you. Whoever's meant to like you is going to like you for being you. Just be you. And that's the truth.
Okay, so if you were able to focus on anything but the milk, what you'd hear is like not bad. Like, yeah, it's pretty surface level, it's nothing groundbreaking, but this is solid advice. Be yourself. Don't change for anybody. Don't feel like you need to change to make friends or impress people. Do your thing. You're only going to get one shot at life. You might as well spend it making yourself happy instead of trying to make other people happy. But I feel like the overall message here is sort of diminished by, the milk. Like, it just baffles me. It genuinely blows me away that people can sit down and watch stuff like this and find it entertaining. Like a guy screaming for the camera while simultaneously making a giant mess for some poor Walmart employee to have to pick up. What part of that could possibly trigger anything positive in your brain?
You can't never quit. You can't never quit. You can't never quit. No matter how hard it seems, you can't never quit. No matter what they gotta say about you, you can't never quit. You gotta keep thinking that you can do it. You gotta keep feeling like you can do it. You gotta keep telling yourself that you can do it. You can't never quit. And that's the truth.
So like, again, the message is fine, good even, but it's just the strategy. It's the method. And like, look, what he's doing is nothing new here. It's honestly a pretty popular social media retention strategy. You do something crazy or unexpected to get people's attention. That way you can use that attention to deliver a message that you think people need to hear. Classic routine, and honestly, in the age of the internet we are in now, with everything moving so quickly, sometimes it's just necessary. You've got to grab people's attention somehow. It's just the specific way in which he's grabbing it that you can't buy into. Making a mess in these stores that I know this guy's not cleaning up, all to deliver a pretty surface level message on self-worth or perseverance. It's just not worth it.
Stop the violence! Stop the violence! You don't gotta prove nothing to him. Stop the violence! You don't gotta prove nothing to her. Stop the violence! You don't gotta hate on the next person. Stop the violence! When you gonna realize we all in this together? It's not worth it, so stop the violence!
Okay, so I feel like this is probably the point of the video where, you know, you get it. You've seen what you need to see. This is all that he does. Sure, he says something slightly different each time, but pretty much every single video is the exact same other than those slight variations. He pours milk and cereal on his head. Sometimes it's like baking soda or flour. Usually it's in a Walmart. Sometimes it's in like a boutique store, it appears. I don't think it really matters. Every single video this guy uploads is him walking into some sort of establishment, making some sort of scene, and delivering some sort of message. At least that's what it is now. It seems like he's deleted it all off of his TikTok, but if you go onto his Instagram and you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll find like normal content. He's still doing the same thing. He's giving these like life advice speeches, these motivational speeches, but instead of doing, you know, all of this, he's just talking to the camera. Now, believe it or not, these videos did not do as well as some of the videos that you're seeing now. A lot of the videos that this guy's uploaded where he does all of this crazy shit have millions of views, whereas the videos in the beginning where he's just giving out advice normally, comparatively, went unnoticed. And I unironically think this, I don't know, I guess calling it a phenomenon is not really the right word, but I think this combination of the internet moving as quickly as it does these days, while also simultaneously being one of the quickest ways to make a lot of money if you get lucky, can result in a lot of people like genuinely kind of ruining their lives. Now, let's be real here. Anybody who does ruin their life in this sort of sense, that's on them. That's their fault. I'm not bringing all this up as... There's a bird like in my fucking window. Can you guys hear that? What the fuck, dude? Doesn't he know I'm recording a YouTube video? Anyways, like I was saying, I'm not bringing all of this up as a way for me to say something like we need to do something about this, get people to stop doing this to themselves. This is not an issue I think is anybody's like job to fix, but I think it is something that's sort of important to recognize. This guy started off his social media journey trying to like uplift people, give them motivational advice, saying stuff like you should stay out of the streets as much as you can, embrace your insecurities, you know, things that a lot of people probably need to hear. And then slowly but surely, over the course of a couple of years, that devolves into him pouring milk and cereal on his head in a Walmart, falling over, slipping on the milk on purpose, making a complete fucking fool of himself, just so he can keep making money off of TikTok. And like I said, doing that to yourself is your fault and your fault only, but it's crazy how quickly these things have kind of just become normal. Like the concept of a digital footprint used to be a lot more like daunting, I guess, to people, which is strange because with every single day that passes, the concept of a digital footprint only becomes more and more important since everything is documented these days. So to make your entire online persona something that at best is only going to be seen as something extremely immature, extremely inconsiderate, is kind of crazy. I don't think there's a single employer on the planet that would see these videos and still hire you. Like if this guy's social media fails, which it's already kind of starting to, because when it comes to stuff like this, the novelty doesn't last that long. People can only watch you scream something at a camera while dumping milk all over the ground so many times. He's gonna be fucked. And I think a lot of people are gonna find themselves in that situation. Now, honestly, if you're a fully grown man doing shit like this, it's gonna be hard for me to find any sympathy for you. But we see a lot of like teenagers doing shit like this, basically just like rage bait content because they want to blow up on TikTok. And I don't know if I want to say that I feel bad for them, but like, I think a lot of younger people are unknowingly throwing their lives away because they want TikTok clout because they just weren't taught any better. That coupled with how invasive social media is these days, people are throwing away careers without even knowing it. Like, TikTok has really changed the game because beforehand, obviously people still went viral for stupid shit, but the chances of that happening were so low. These days, you can basically upload anything to TikTok and have a few thousand people see it. It's extremely easy and extremely common for people to upload something onto TikTok, and for no reason whatsoever, it gets seen by millions of people. And I'm not saying it's like super dangerous, but I think that's why TikTok is comparatively dangerous when you look at other social media apps, because you upload yourself doing something stupid once. If it's stupid enough, that's all the TikTok algorithm is ever going to reward you for, because uploading something normal is too far of a leap from what you went viral for. So it incentivizes making the same stupid video video over and over again like this guy is doing, and then for some reason, this generally happens to most medium-sized TikTokers, one day the TikTok algorithm just decides it's done with you, and now you've made a fool of yourself in front of millions of people. You've tied that to your name forever for basically no reason. Like I said, if you decide to do stupid shit on the internet, that's your fault, but I think TikTok is definitely encouraging it in a way that we've never really seen before, and I'm honestly just kind of curious to see how that plays out. Well guys, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Like I said, any consequences that might come from making content like this, totally the people making the video's fault, but I think we can acknowledge that and also kind of be sympathetic for younger people who've grown up with nothing but TikTok being this like huge presence in their life. You know, I think there are some people out there who are just not being taught what being a dumbass on the internet like this can do to you. I feel like the importance of maintaining a healthy digital footprint is kind of fading, and it really shouldn't be. It is more important than ever. Employers, universities, these places are looking at what you do and who you are on the internet more than ever. It can and will fuck you over if you do stupid shit. And just based off what I do for a living, what I see all the fucking time, I have to believe that a lot of people aren't being taught that, which is unfortunate because it's going to bite them in the ass. So I'll leave you with this. If you've got a big dream job or like a dream university, you got big plans for your future, maybe think twice before filming a video of you being a dumbass in a Walmart. Just a thought. See ya.